by the end of the year 2020, more than 250,000 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. Do I got your attention now? That's 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. But see, it's not just a diagnosis that we're having issues with. We're having issues with bringing awareness. The importance of bringing awareness to early detection, the importance of early detection. Early detection of breast cancer increases the survival rates to 93% in the first 5 years. It's important to get early detection. But it's more important for women to get out here and actually get mammograms, get tested for breast cancer. And for the women who can't always make it to mammograms and always can't afford these type of appointments, because I get it, with some insurances, depending on your age, it's very difficult to get proper coverage for mammograms. It's important while they're taking a shower, taking a moment every single day to examine their own breasts for lumps and bumps, for any abnormalities that may be there, and to report these issues to your doctor as soon as possible. Listen, there's 2 people you shouldn't lie to, people. You shouldn't lie to your lawyer. You shouldn't lie to your doctor. They have your very life in the palm of their hands, literally. So it's important that we recognize the threat of breast cancer that it has on women. But you're probably wondering, why does real men wear pink? And what does men have to do with this? Are you sitting down, fellas? I know a lot of you worry about colon cancer. I know a lot of men worry about testicular cancer and other forms of cancer. And you think that breast cancer is only something that's diagnosed in women. Though it's very rare, breast cancer has been seen and it is an issue for men. Breast cancer does affect men as well. Though it affects men on a much smaller basis, it does affect us. The biggest issue with this is there's even less awareness to men or about men that are diagnosed or dying from breast cancer. Some people look at this situation and they look at the cancer subject and they look at it with a bit of optimism. And optimism comes from the fact that you see about the breast cancer walks, you see about raising finances for breast cancer, and what you immediately assume is this is just a business and there never will be a cure for cancer. So the optimism is you kind of ignore the fact that this is a major thing in our society. This is a major issue, a major problem. What I'm saying to you is, regardless of what you feel about pharmaceutical companies and where the finances are going, the truth is we can all recognize we all know someone who either died from, survived from, or is living with cancer. And that's who we truly here to support. That's who we truly here to lend our support to give our focus to. We're not here to focus on where money's being distributed. We're here to focus on keeping the ones we love healthy and happy and here safe on earth. To have that one more moment to hug your grandchild, your mom, your grandmother, your aunt, your uncle. We're trying to find that time where you have another moment to spend with your father. And the only way we can do that is bring awareness to this deadly disease that's been wreaking havoc on all types of families, despite your financial class, despite your gender. Because we already spoke on it. Men can get it just as well as women. Despite where you live, despite your race, cancer is an issue. It's a huge problem. Studies show that breast cancer affects white women on a larger scale than African American women. However, studies also show the gap between that is closing fast. So meaning, no one can sit this fight out. No one can afford to sit this fight out. No one can choose to ignore this. No one can feel that opportunity to ignore this and sit this fight out. We all are obligated to stand up and speak. For my fellas, even though you are concerned with the fact of possibly getting breast cancer, despite how rare it is, despite the fact that you may be more worried about colon cancer, testicular cancer, you still need to worry about breast cancer. But more importantly, we need you. We need us to support our women mentally, spiritually, physically. We need to support them as they go through some of the stages and the cures and not only getting diagnosed with breast cancer, but receiving treatment for breast cancer, because it can be hard on them. It can be hard on a lot of our mental states when we're losing our hair. We don't look the same. We don't feel the same. A piece of our independence is stripped away from us. Our dignity. We're women are forced to rely on our men to wipe their butts, to clean them up after them. We need to have their back and let them know that real men are not afraid to wear pink. Real men are not afraid to be their women's strength when they're weak. That we can be that. We can be that for them. We can be that support system for them. We need to bring awareness to breast cancer, people. We need to understand that women 55 and older are at higher risk to get breast cancer, at much higher risk. And that doesn't change the fact that even you younger people are teenagers or 20, 30, 40-year-olds. It doesn't mean that you don't get breast cancer. It doesn't mean that you're safe from disease, that you got time to wait to get tested, that you have time to wait to get those mammograms. It doesn't mean that you don't need to sit here and test or check your breast every time you get in the shower, every moment you get to check your breast for lumps, abnormalities. Though the rate of getting breast cancer is high for 55-year-olds and older, we all need to understand, as women, you need to do your due diligence to make sure that you're checking for breast cancer, and early detection is very important. It increases the chances of you surviving significantly. So you need to take chances. In women over 55 and older, you need to get out here and get these mammograms. You need to get out here and get tested to make sure. Once again, I can't stress enough the importance of early detection. Most people worry about genetics, whether family members, it's handed down. We know family trauma is a huge thing we talk about on the show. It's a huge thing that's commonly handed down to all of us, different forms of mental, physical, verbal trauma that we go through. And it's one of the big things because there's a huge high rate of family and emotional trauma that's handed down to us. But with cancer, studies show only 5 to 10% of breast cancer patients had contracted disease through genetics. That's through family members, mother, grandmother, aunt, uncle that had the disease, and it was passed down through others. And I'm not talking about through sexual acts, because I know some of y'all probably thinking that. No, it's not what I'm talking about here, people. Just being born into a family and certain things and certain sicknesses can be passed down through traits, through DNA traits. And cancer can be passed down, but it shows that lower rate at 5 to 10%. Once again, it doesn't change the fact of getting tested. Going out speaking to your doctors, you feel something that's don't feel right. You know your body better than anyone. You feel something that's not supposed to be there. You know you're only supposed to have 2 breasts, but you feel a 3rd one growing. Try to throw a little humor in this, people. Go to your doctor. That's not normal, people. You're not supposed to have 3 breasts, okay? You're not supposed to grow with extra breasts. Go to the doctors. Fellas, I get it, it's not manly to be diagnosed with breast cancer and you feel like it beats down your libido a little bit, You go tell your friends and everything, they might laugh at you because you got breast cancer because this is a womanly disease. And you're afraid that, getting diagnosed with breast cancer might make you look a little bad. But what's worse? How you look in front of your so-called friends? Or being able to see your kids grow up? Being able to be there for your wife. Watch your daughter get married. Watch your children graduate. Playing with your grandchildren. What's more important to you? What's more important to you? Your ego or your life? See, your ego, it may get damaged. But like anything that gets damaged or broken, it can be fixed. But once you lose your life, this is not a video game. It's game over. There's no replays, no restarts. It's over. So understand that, as a man, our egos play a huge part into not wanting to get diagnosed with cancer, not wanting to admit that we have gotten breast cancer, the opportunity that we may have this disease. But it's equally as important to speak up, speak out, to reach out to your doctors, reach out to your loved ones, let them know. Because you can have a higher rate of being cured. In fact, men have a higher rate of being cured because one of the ways of curing cancer is not just through radiation, but just cutting cancer out. In that early stage, the cancer glands can be cut out of your breast. So you have an earlier chance of fighting, surviving, if you detect and speak up about this early. I can't emphasize this enough, my fellas. My gentlemen out there, real men wear pink. And real men stand up and speak up. Not just for themselves, but for the women they love. Speak up for all the members of their family they love. For the people that they don't know, speak up about what's going on with breast cancer. It's as real as it gets, people. Some people feel like, yo, I'm healthy, you know, I eat well, I exercise. I don't be sitting there at McDonald's, Burger King, getting the 2 for $5 Whoppers. I don't do Chick-fil-A, even though it's Alan Great's favorite fast food place. I didn't try Popeye's new chicken sandwich. So, you know, I'm not really worried about cancer, breast cancer. I'm not really concerned with it. I don't smoke, I don't drink, you know, or maybe I have an occasional glass of wine. But I don't worry about breast cancer because I don't do those things. Well, the truth is, people, even though you have a healthy lifestyle, even though you don't do anything, even though you're not stressing about your job, still a chance that you can be diagnosed with breast cancer. And it's still important that you do not only get your mammograms, but you do still check your breast for abnormalities. If you feel something that's not supposed to be there, it's still important that you reach out to your doctor. Because the risk still exists that you can get breast cancer too. I'm telling you, people, once again, this is not a disease that discriminates or that looks at you and say, I'm going to pass this one up because I like her house, or I like his car, or I like his bank account or her bank account, or the color of her skin, you know, she don't like the right color and I'm trying to take this one out. It's not a disease that discriminates. This is a disease that has wreaked havoc on all of us. And why I say that is because we all have family members, loved ones, friends who was diagnosed with breast cancer. We have people who we lost to cancer. We have friends and co-workers who we know was diagnosed and survived breast cancer. They need the support. They still need the support. The support to heal from the mental scars of it. Heal from the mental scars of some women losing their breast. Losing their breast. And in the midst of that, losing their confidence. Losing their self-confidence in themselves. We still need to let them know, even though you lost your hair, you're still beautiful. You lost your breast, you're still attractive. We need to just let these women know that whatever you need, we're here for it. When we signed up for better or worse, we meant for better or worse, sickness and health. We meant exactly those words. We took that oath, and we're going to stand by it. We sit here and think to ourselves, real men wear pink, and real women get tested. Bring awareness to others, people. Bring awareness to others. Bring awareness to speak up about others. Don't be afraid to wear that breast cancer ribbon. Don't be afraid to walk those marches. Don't be afraid to have conversations with your sisters. Y'all going out, ladies, y'all going for ladies night having a drink. You know, just slip the conversation in. Slip it in the midst of happy hour. I know it's not sexy. I know it's not the greatest thing, you know, when you sitting there at happy hour with your friends and you had your baby spitting up on you all week. You know, you was dealing with deadlines at work. Your husband, because we do this, get on your nerves. I know we do this. That's our job to get on your nerves and drive you crazy. I tell my wife all the time, my job is to drive you crazy every single day of your life. That's what you signed up for. So we know when you go out to happy hour with your friends, you're having a ladies' night out, or your girl's vacation, your last thing you want to talk about is health and breast cancer and all this type of stuff and getting screening and the importance of testing yourself. I understand that that's not what you want to have a conversation with, ladies. I understand. I get it. There's many other things you want to talk about. You want to call up on the latest book you read, show you read, your show you watch, and you know you binge watch. You want to talk about that guy at work or that person you see at the supermarket that you was up there fantasizing about. I get it. I don't want to know what y'all talk about, what y'all do in your personal time. Ain't none of my business. Ain't none of our business. All right, none of our fellas' business. The point is, slip in that conversation the importance of bringing awareness, early awareness of breast cancer. Slip into that conversation the importance of getting mammogram tests. Slip in that conversation the importance of checking your breast for abnormalities so that you can avoid. Slip in that conversation. There's a 93% chance, I repeat, a 93% chance in the first 5 years of survival for early detection. Slip in, there's more options to fight breast cancer with early detection. You may not have to be forced to go into chemotherapy, and we know the effects of chemotherapy have on you. Has a horrible, horrible effect on your body. And it's just more than losing your hair, making you sick. Pain. But there's other things you can do to fight it if you catch it early enough. So my ladies, slip it in the conversation in happy hour. I know it's not sexy. It's not sexy to be sitting here fighting against breast cancer either. It's not sexy knowing that you could have done something. Just a simple conversation, a few words could have been the difference between life and death with your friend, someone you love, someone you enjoy spending time with. Get yourself some more years to enjoy happy hour, to crush on that dude in the supermarket. Talk about your favorite show, your favorite book. Take those trips to Vegas or wherever you go at. Have those girls' nights out. Have that more time. Increase your mortality. To spend time with your children. Keep those tatas healthy. For early detection, getting tested is the only way that you're going to do. We have to understand also, and my wife would get on me if I didn't say nothing, because I know right now in the comment section she probably already said something. My wife is really into holistic medicine. Holistic medicine is not using traditional medications, using more natural herbs and things, and this is what our ancestors used to cure such diseases such as cancer and stuff. And my wife is really big on, just certain dietary changes that might give you a way to fight back against cancer. Though a lot of them are not proven, studies have shown that eliminating sugary diets out of your sugar out of your diet, high doses of sugar, refined sugar out of your diet does help fight back against cancer. Eating more chicken, fish, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables does help you fight back against cancer. So adopting a healthier diet will help fight back against breast cancer. Will help you and contribute and be your greatest ally in fighting back against breast cancer. It'll also help your mental state, because if you ask me personally, mental state is a huge thing, and a lot of times sugary drinks and sugary diets does affect our mental state more than we understand and more than we know. So understand, some people, some holistic ways, though are not proven, can defeat and help. But I'm no doctor, so don't take my word for it. I don't know. My wife tells me this. I'm just sharing information. She tells me because I gotta go home, okay? I gotta go to bed and I gotta sleep. And, I don't want her beating me up. Or, I don't know what she's going to do. She watched Lifetime. I told y'all that, all right? No, she's going to get mad about it. But the point is, seriously, though, people, early detection is very important with fighting back against breast cancer. It's very important that us as men, that we stand up, we march, we walk, we jog, that we bring awareness to breast cancer, not just for our women, but for our men. Because like I said before, men are gone undetected. Awareness is not being brought to men about breast cancer and the dangers of breast cancer getting into our men. Breast cancer is affecting our women because a lot of times insurance companies don't test or cover testing for mammograms at an early age. So if you're younger than 55 at a certain age, insurance companies may not cover mammograms, but still important to check your breasts. When you're in the shower, take a moment, feel under your breast, see if you feel any lumps, any bumps, anything that feels abnormal. If you do, call up your local doctor, call up your doctor, get testing done. See what's going on with that and make sure that everything's fine with it. Don't ignore the signs of breast cancer. I know sometimes we feel like ignorance is bliss. We all feel like that. Ignorance is bliss. Sometimes we feel like, I don't want to know if I'm sick. Truthfully told, we all have a little bit of ignorance when it comes to certain things and not wanting to know. I don't go see a psychic. I don't want to go see a psychic. I don't want to read tarot cards. I'm not knocking you who does tarot cards and go visit psychics and want to know your future and crystal balls and all that stuff. I get it, do you. I'm not judging you. I personally don't, not because I don't want to know the bad things. I don't want to know the good things. I want to be surprised about my future. I don't want my future to be, misled by my actions because I change my actions. I know certain things will happen or I work things out in my life. I don't know. That's not important. Okay? Point is, ignorance is bliss as far as me knowing my future. But when it comes to my health, when it comes to our health, when it comes to your health, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is dangerous and could shorten your lifespan, could shorten your life, could have a negative effect on your family members because you're ignorant, because there was so much more you could have done to fight back against breast cancer and some of the illnesses that you may have, and that you chose to be ignorant and not go to the doctors. It could have a negative effect and eliminate the time that you have to spend with your grandchildren, your children, your loved ones, your family members, your friends who want you to go out on date night with them, go hang out with them. They want you to talk about Dancing with the Stars, Good Girls, and all them other interesting shows that you women watch. So the point is, we have to bring awareness to early detection. We have to bring awareness to the fact that by the end of 2020, over 250,000 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with it. This is new cases. This is not current. These are new cases. These numbers are only rising by a year. And the only way we can fight back against this is by bringing awareness to the need for early testing for breast cancer. the need for fighting back. We're bringing understanding to our fellas that real men wear pink. That we're not afraid to wear pink. Because we're not afraid to stand up for the women that we love, for the people we love, for our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunts, our daughters, our sisters. We're not afraid to speak up and stand up for them. We're not afraid to wear pink. Because we love you, ladies. We want you to be healthy. We want you to be around for the long haul. We want our wives to be around so we can drive them crazy just a little bit longer. The importance of fighting back against breast cancer is completely in your hands. And this is a disease that can be defeated, only defeated if we continue to get tested. Mammograms. Check with your insurance company right now and see what's your coverage, how much of your coverage, or how much of your insurance cover mammograms. What age do you need to be at to get mammograms? Do you need to get a specialist? Talk to your doctors. What should you do as far as getting tested? You need more information on breast cancer or any cancer. Check out the American Cancer Society. Go onto their website. There's a lot of information and literature to teach you and give you understanding, a better view of cancer, not only what it is, how it affects you, but also how to defeat it. Change your diet. There's a lot of things you can eliminate out of your diet that may not or may will help you fight against cancer. Truth is, even if it's a 2% boost, still a huge chance of fighting back against the disease and making sure that you don't have it. If you know someone with breast cancer or survivors of breast cancer, show them your support. Remind them that they can do anything, that they're champions, they're warriors, they're soldiers. But also recognize though a woman is strong, they also have their weaknesses. And they still need love, they still need compassion, they still need our comfort. That even though we know survivors of breast cancer, they still need our support. Even if their breast cancer is in remission for years, they still need our support to keep their hopes, their spirits high, their mental high. We need to make sure that all women feel beautiful. We need to make sure that all men know that real men wear pink. I want to thank you for joining me for another episode of Past the President Podcast. Hit me up on Facebook, Past President, Instagram, Alan the Great. Like, comment, share this video. If you got something to say, if you want to add to input on breast cancer, on the importance of breast cancer, if you need more information, like I said, check out the American Cancer Society. October is the month to bring awareness to breast cancer. Men, women, we need to bring awareness to this. We need to recognize, my fellas, please, please. You can also check your breast too. If you feel a lump, a bump in there, don't assume that it's a spider bite or a mosquito bite. If you feel something grow inside you, don't ignore the signs. Don't lie to your doctor. Ignorance is not bliss when it's dealing with breast cancer or any form of cancer. So get out there and say something, because early detection could mean the difference between life and death. Could mean the difference between you having more time to spend with your loved ones. And until next time I see you people, I only got one thing left to say to you. Stay tuned. Peace.